everyone. Time for the 7,500 mile review of the F-150 PowerBoost. Okay, so I'm sitting here at just shy of 7,500 miles. If you remember my previous review, nothing had changed. I'm still happy. I'm still happy now. And I've done a couple of videos. I did one on an oil change using a Fumoto valve. If you do not use a Fumoto valve for your vehicle and you do oil changes, do it. 20 bucks for a Fumoto valve, okay? And it's well worth it. And if you know, if other people do oil changes, let's say you take it to one of the, you take it to one of the oil change fast lube places, they'll just love you. It'll be quicker. It'll save them 2 or 3 minutes. They love you, okay? I doubt they'll give you a discount. But anyway, a Fumoto valve is very, very worth the investment. So, I also did a video on Marvel Mystery Oil and what I was getting. I've kind of learned something on that even since the last video that I did with Marvel Mystery Oil. Yes, Marvel Mystery Oil will give you better fuel economy, no doubt about it. The amount or the percentage of change in your fuel economy, whatever you're getting your MPGs, right, your miles per gallon. I did a test, and then I went, and one of them kind of got messed up because of some cold weather. I learned something real important, though, in the last 2 tanks, and that is the Marvel Mystery Oil seems to improve my mileage more as a percentage when it's colder, yet the cold air it automatically lowers fuel economy. All right, so it's, you know, this is kind of early, but in cold weather your fuel economy drops. Marvel Mystery Oil gives you a little bit more of a boost in fuel economy. In warmer weather you get better fuel economy, but I'm sure there's some chemistry to this that someone out there can post in the comments. I don't really know what it is, but in the warmer weather I get obviously better fuel economy, as is the case with driving a vehicle with warmer air. That's, you know, it's just warm. That's just the way it works. When that happens, my fuel economy boost is slightly lower, but I was getting 26 miles to the gallon for a period of time when it was about 65, 70 degrees, about 70 degrees. And I was just kind of stop and go, a little highway. I'll post a picture. I took a still shot of my dash. It was 26 miles per gallon. Now, when I actually got finished with that tank and refilled, it said, the actual math said 25.7. So I don't know, that's what the actual math was when I looked at how many gallons I put in and how many miles I had driven. But let's just say 25 plus. Hey, that's good. That's a boost, right? That, no pun intended. That's a big deal. If you're getting a truck with 25 miles per gallon, it's not too bad, right? So I'm happy with the miles per gallon. Fuel economy is great. The pickup on this thing is still amazing. If you really need to get on the gas, the electric motors in this assist and really give you a great acceleration. I still love that. I still pretty much keep it in eco mode, and if I have to get on the gas, it still gets up and goes, you know. It does still drive smoother in eco mode. Sport mode seems to be more jerky, and I've explained all that in prior videos. Yeah. So I'm still, and if you're wondering, I don't have my seatbelt on right this minute because I'm kind of driving down a road that is way back in the sticks. So just so I don't get any complaints, I'm fixing to turn on a busier road up here. And this is literally a road less traveled. But I'm fixing to turn, and there's the first, look at that, I passed the RV right when I say that. So, yes, still love the truck. You will get some turbo noise on these trucks, and that's fine. It's very, very minor. You will get some interesting looks in parking lots in this truck, because if it's in electric mode and you're kind of creeping through the parking lot, it's crazy. Like, other truck people they'll just kind of stare at you as you drive by, like, what is that noise, right? Because the lightning's not out yet, and they don't really know the details of a PowerBoost and how it works. So I did get my funnel. Remember, I didn't have one of the little funnels to help with the fuel inlet, and it made it harder for me to get Marble Mystery Oil into the gas tank. Yes. So at this point, I'm running Marble Mystery Oil. And by the way, with gas going up in price at the current time of this video in 2022, Marble Mystery Oil didn't go up. You can get a gallon of it for $16 and whatever change at Walmart. It's saving me even more money, right? So the higher gas goes, the more money it saves me, just because of simple math, right? So I got my funnel that they didn't, for some reason, have in the vehicle. And so, yeah. Let me think, is there anything else? The cruise control in this vehicle, the way you can go up, like if you're set at 65 and you go into a 70 zone, you want to raise it and you gas. I mean, you hit the fuel, you hit the gas pedal to accelerate. When you get there, it's a little tricky. It doesn't want to set that speed. It's like if you're in cruise, it wants you to bump up 1 mile an hour at a time. That's a little, that's a minor thing. I still do like the big screen. I will say I went to Orlando and I noticed that the navigation system here a lot of times wouldn't actually GPS location wise have me on the road on the map. It would have me like off the road, like a quarter of a mile, running parallel to a road. And if I pulled it up on Google Maps, it was fine. I was on the road. But the road is here. It would have me traveling over here like in the woods. I don't know, but it did that. That was a little bit frustrating, because it kept saying go right to get on whatever, and I'm already on that road. That was a little bit peculiar. It's a minor thing. Had the same problem on Alexis, so I don't know. I don't know why the navigation systems on these vehicles can't be as accurate as Google. I just do not understand that. And I have used the Google Maps on here with Android Connect. It was okay. Let me think. I have used my 7 amp power numerous times now in the bed, and every time it's been flawless. Worked fantastic. When it needs to boost the battery juice, it does. It turns on the motor. The engine will crank, and so that was all good. And yeah, that's about it. Right now on this tank of fuel, I am at 24.1 miles per gallon. That's probably because I had a trip to Orlando that I just got back from, and I haven't filled up yet. So a lot of that's highway miles. And I'll tell you this, highway miles, to be fair, if you're driving 70 or 75 or 80, you will not get 25 miles per gallon. You won't get it. I don't care what you do. You're going to get about 24. Now, if you're in an area where you're driving about, let's just say in the range of 55 to 65, you'll average about 24.9, 25. That's pretty normal for me. But when you get on the interstate, I've learned on the RPM, right? If you look on your tachometer, if I can stay under, I'm not driving to achieve this, but if I'm under 2,000 RPM, I will get better mileage. When you get up around 75 or 80, you bump up to about 2200 RPM, and you can definitely see your mileage, it drops. Because obviously the motor, the engine rather, is turning faster. It's the way it works, right? So I have zero complaints. It's time for me to rotate my tires. I'm about to do that. I love everything about this truck. As a matter of fact, I love this truck better than I liked my Toyota Tundra. Now that is saying something, okay? And there's somebody in the exact same truck as this one pulled over right there by a police officer. It wasn't a PowerBoost, but same colors. And yeah, I love the truck. Absolutely love it. Make sure to watch the video about Marble Mystery Oil. Make sure you watch the video about the Fumoto valve and changing the oil. I did not include the filter change on that, and the reason was it's just kind of its own separate video, right? I'm going to be pulling a boat this weekend, and I will let you know. It is a flats boat for using in the ocean. It's going to have similar weight to like a bass boat, and I'll be pulling that. And yeah, I'm excited to see like what is our mileage really going to be, and I don't know what it'll be, but I mean, obviously it's going to be a drop. I'll be interested in seeing what it is. So yeah, make sure Fumoto valve, you got to watch that video. I'll put a link to it here in this video about right now. It should be on the screen. Watch it. If you see, like I'm telling you, if you see this video and you don't believe it's worth your time or will save you time, if you ever change oil in a vehicle, I'll be shocked. It really is a great addition to your vehicle. So yeah, watch it. All right, y'all have a good day.